Sick Harrison Price from the historic Wall Center. We welcome in a gentleman who played 183 games for the Vancouver Canucks, was the Stanley Cup hero in Game 5 with the only goal in a 1-0 victory to give the Canucks a 3-2 series lead. He has turned into a most popular podcaster in his native province, La Poche Bleue, Quebec's #1 hockey podcast. Mr. Max Lapierre back here with Sick Harrison Price. Max, how you doing? Good to see you again.
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for having me again.
You're more than welcome. We wanted to bring you on because, of course, you saw Manny and the way he operated as a player with the Vancouver Canucks, and you were just telling us off air, you would have bet 100% he was going to be a head coach in the NHL one day.
100%. And, there's many guys that are challenging coaches with their structure and their systems in between periods, and they're not always right. But Manny, you could tell, he knew exactly what a team needs to do to win hockey games. And it's always the way he does it. It's always with a lot of respect. It's always he's never stepping on toes. He's always understanding the other side, what they're thinking and how they see the game. And it's always well done. And I knew for sure he was going to have a role at one point in the NHL as a head coach. Honestly, I thought it was going to be way faster, but the game, sometimes you got to go through it to learn and to become a head coach in the NHL. I think he's done a great job as assistant coach in Toronto, and then came back, won the Calder Cup in the AHL, which is a perfect experience for a coach to move into the NHL at one point.
Do you remember any suggestions or any sort of thoughts that he had during the course of the Stanley Cup playoffs, or him coming back from the eye injury when he was injured? Was he around the team still offering that leadership?
Yeah, but I still remember it was yesterday, the moment he sat down in front of us and told us he wasn't going to play for a while because of the eye injury, obviously, and it was a very sad moment. But then you knew he was a leader just by the way he was expressing himself and the way people were listening to him. It wasn't oh, okay, we get it. Guys were sad, guys were at tears, and we understood that we were losing obviously a great player, but a lot of leadership. And this guy is a special person. I always said in Vancouver there was a great leadership group, and leading is one thing, but making the team feel like it was a family, that's another level, because it's not every veteran player or it's not every good player that goes around the room every single morning and drink their coffee with players for 20, 30 minutes and talk and understand what's going on. And this is what Manny was doing, right? How do you feel? What do you think? It would always ask the same question. What do you think? Your opinion mattered, right? Where we're going with this. What do you think we should do? But you knew he had his answer, but he was still asking just to make sure that we were going to be on the same page. And all those little meetings, as a line, I've played on a lot of good teams, and it wasn't always every day you had a meeting with your line discussing where we can go and what we can improve and how we're going to improve it. And this is what Manny was doing, right? He was a true professional, and like I said, his biggest quality is respect. He always does it with the right tone, and it's never yelling or making someone feel like they were wrong. It's always about a very genuine discussion.
Him and Ryan Johnson seem similar in that regard, which is probably why they get along so well. The two of them seem to have that same ability to find the right way to deliver the message.
Yeah, I just think they're the new generation of hockey, right? At one point, you need to understand that yelling doesn't accomplish anything. It's just about being calm and evaluating where you're gonna go. And I feel like the whole crew right now with the Sedins as well, they're a group that will take their time, and I think it's obvious with what they've said in the media that they know that it takes time to build a solid team. It doesn't take 1 year or 2 years. You need to draft the right people, and then first of all you need to clean up what's going on right now before you rebuild. And now you got to build a new culture before even getting to being a good team. You got to change the mood in the dressing room. You got to change a lot of things before you even think about hockey. And I think this is what's going on in Vancouver right now. It's the first step is the culture and the identity. When you get this with a great coach, then you go get the players that will fit what is supposed to be a Vancouver Canuck.
Would Brendan Gallagher fit as a player here, Max? You've got a chance to cover him there.
For sure. I mean, to me, at this point in his career, it doesn't matter if he's fast or if he's still in great shape to play hockey. I think at this stage for the Vancouver Canucks, you need dressing room people. You need the veteran that will tell you during a practice that you're not pushing enough. You would need a guy that understands what Manny and the gang is going to try to accomplish. When you change the culture and the identity of a team, it's tough. Like, it's not easy. It's not just you got good guys and they're going to come and it's a magic trick. You need someone in the dressing room, or not just someone, but a lot of players that will transfer the message without resistance, like, because there is veterans in the NHL that will say, yeah, I don't think he's right, don't worry about it. Like, this is not what you need right now in Vancouver. You need the player like Gallagher, this type of player anyways, that will tell his young teammates that the coach is right. Do what he's saying. He's right. You want to have a career in the NHL, listen to him and trust him. This is what you need in this team right now. And obviously, I'm very happy for Manny, because I know, like, I can already guarantee, guys, and you can save the clip. I guarantee you he's going to be coach of the year one day. Save the clip. We'll play it in a few years. I can guarantee you 100%.
You said he makes the room feel like family. Max, what if it is family? Because there is the potential that Caleb is going to be their choice. They love him. Now, do they love him more than Ivar Stenberg or whoever else is available when they choose? We'll find out.
Yeah.
But could Manny navigate that? Like, how difficult? You've been in those rooms.
Yeah.
And what we've been saying is it's not so much do they have the maturity. We know they do. But how is it for the other 25 guys in a room or 21 guys in the room? Could it work?
I think Manny is so special as a person. And I think Caleb was raised, obviously, in a great family, whatever it's Manny or the mother or the brother-in-law, or they have a specific set of rules of how to act as a human being. And I'm not saying everyone is perfect, but they're pretty close for perfection. Like I mentioned, respect, work ethic, focus, whatever you need to be a good teammate. We all agree that this is how he was raised. And if there's one duo that could do it as a father and son, it's obviously them, because they're team people, right? They're not there to give anyone a favor. They're there to win. They're there to do the right thing. And I feel like it doesn't change anything at the end of the day. Like, I think the worst part for a kid, if your dad is a coach, is going to be tougher on you. He's not going to give you the free ice time because he's your dad, right? It's going to be the opposite. He's going to challenge you, and you're going to have to push it even more. So I have no issue. I feel like if you want the family feel, well, why not start that way, right? With a father and son leadership type of group, and you know they're going to do the right thing, and they're going to establish the right culture. Like when I played there, whatever it was, Bieksa, Burroughs, like Amuse, whatever, the Sedins, like it was kind of a family, right? It's not because they were not brothers that they weren't acting like it, and this is why we had success. Like a lot of people will take it away from us, from this group, because we didn't win the last game in the Stanley Cup. But at the end of the day, everyone in this dressing room had the right attitude to be a champion at one point. It just doesn't happen that easy in the NHL.
You've mentioned them already, but Daniel and Henrik have risen here to co-presidents. What are your thoughts and feelings about seeing them running the Vancouver Canucks?
I'm just happy. Like they're just great guys. I always talk about them like they're genius, right? Like everything they do, whatever we were playing ping pong or they were reading or they were studying something, they always know everything. So I just feel like they're the right people to be calm and evaluate, because I feel like a lot of teams they don't have success in the NHL because they rush everything and they panic. I feel like the two, obviously the Twins, they won't panic. They will analyze, they will bring the right people, they will surround themselves with the right people. And I like what they're building right now. Like they go with the crew that played for Vancouver and had success. And it's not just because they had success as hockey players, but they're great individuals. I feel like every single guy they announced so far, they're known in the hockey world as great teammates and great business people. And I feel like it's going to go a long way. And we're not even done hearing about who's going to take care of the whatever position, assistant coach or whatever they're going to take. We all know who they're going to bring, right? They're going to bring people with the same set of values. And I feel like it's going to go a long way. I'm 100% sure it's going to be a success. We're going to need a lot of patience, though. That's for sure, because it's not tomorrow is not the day, but they're going to go the right direction.
Well, you say patience, Max. You sit there and cover the Montreal Canadiens. It took patience, and here we are on the other side of the rebuild with the team that made the conference final. I mean, you're probably as good to speak on this as anybody. Do you think this Vancouver hockey market can muster the same patience and support for the club that you saw in Montreal during the rebuild?
Yeah, you know what? Like when it started in Montreal, I was like, oh, that's going to be a long one, because this is not a market where people are patient. And even I, as a fan on my fan side, I was like, that's going to be tough. Like I can't believe we're going to have to go through this and talk about it on the podcast. And you know what? Like I feel like it's a great experience to grow with the player, like to see those young guys coming in, they're 18, 19, 20, and to see them improve every single night. It makes it special. And now they have a little success, and you feel like you've been through it with them, you know, as a fan. Like we've pushed for them. Like it's super fun. And again, they were patient here. It was easy last year to say, you know what, we're gonna make the playoffs. We're gonna trade and try to beat Washington in the first round. That wasn't the mentality, right? They just said, we're gonna play with the players we have. Nick Suzuki said that he's had enough of seeing people leaving. They respect his opinion, and they went with the guys, and they've learned a lot this year. Second step in the progression of the team. They did well in the playoffs. They won 2 Game 7s. Now they know how much energy it takes to go all the way. That's the next step. Like what can we do to be better? And they did such a great job as a young core that now maybe they just opened that window that maybe Kent Hughes is going to say, you know what, it's time to go get some players, because they did so well the last few years. It's not just a matter of having one good season. They're improving. It's steady, right? Like every single year, every single player is improving. There's no, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's one player that had a regression in the last 5 years. They're all getting better every single season. And it's because of the leadership. And this is a major point. You've talked about Gallagher in Vancouver, if it would be a good idea. Well, he was in Montreal. He was in that dressing room, and we had good veterans to surround them. I feel like there's some organization that are doing a rebuild, and they don't even have an identity during that rebuild, if that makes sense. Like you need some veterans to look up to. It doesn't matter if they're superstars, but you need veterans that will tell you if you're wrong.
Should the acquisitions for the Montreal Canadiens be named Elias Pettersson, and we're number 40?
He's the second line center.
Or should Manny Malhotra fix him, as our poll question stipulates? Do you think Manny can have the magic beans for Elias Pettersson, or should he be a Montreal Canadian?
I think so. I think Pettersson has all the tools to be successful in the NHL. I feel like he was in an environment where he could just let go and have fun. I know that's an outside opinion, obviously. Like I'm not watching 82 games of the Vancouver Canucks, but when I do the games on TV, sports on TV, like once in a while, like this is what my feeling is. Like I see frustration, and it's been done in the NHL where superstars have left their teams and they became the player they were supposed to be. I'm thinking in particular of Marner and Jack Eichel, right? I feel like if it can be done in another team, it can be done in the same team with a different staff. And Manny is the perfect guy, I think, to have a discussion with and to have a plan. And if you're a star one time in your life in the NHL, you will become a star again if you're surrounded the right way. Now the question is he okay of being part of a rebuild, or does he want to win right now? Does he want to change the air and go somewhere else? That the player has his opinion as well. But I feel like if it were me, I would give the Canucks a second chance.
Buddy, 15 years ago yesterday, Kessler to Hansen to Torres. It's in the back of the net with 19 seconds left in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. Can you believe it's been 15 years, Max?
Yeah, I still can't believe Kess stole my shift there. That was I was supposed to be on that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna play that shift with 20 seconds left. But you see what happens. Like you give a shift to good players, and they find a way to make it happen. And it was such a great moment. And obviously the second game was the same type of emotion. And I still think about it a lot, like it was such a fun ride. It was such good moments for our careers. And you're talking about like growing as a player. Well, this is exactly where you learn a lot about yourself, about your teammates. And again, that ride, we lost, obviously, in the Cup final, but this is why you see so many guys that have job in the hockey world now. It's whatever, it's Bieksa on TV, Burrows in the coaching staff, Manny is the head coach. Everyone has something to Schneider in the media. Like, yeah, everyone is doing something because they had special personality. They were great guys.
How about the fact you guys get 2-1-0 wins, and Torres is involved in both of the goals in the 1-0 wins?
Well, we've had Rafi on the show. He's very big on it. He's very proud of that.
He's a really good player. You know, like I feel like sometimes some guys playing his type of game, they just put the skill side a little bit on rest just because they hit so hard, like they play an emotional game, and sometimes when you need a goal, they're right there. They know how to manage the time, the score, and Rafi was a great teammate. I had a lot of fun with him. He made me laugh so much. He's a great guy, and you know, like it's easy to just mention all the superstars on that team that year, but there were guys like Yannick Henson or Rafi or Chris Higgins. They were all great people as well.
Yeah, and your game winner in another 1-0 game in the third period. You told us the story the last time you were on. You tried to go to dinner with your family afterwards, and there were people banging on the window needing a piece of hero Max Lapierre. He hasn't bought a beer in Vancouver since that day. Max, brilliant to get you back on the show, monsieur. First of all, congratulations on your podcasting career. La Poche Bleue is absolutely enormous in the province of Quebec. We love having you on.
Yeah.
Thank you for this. Look forward to your next date with us here.
Thanks, guys, and I think you're going to have a blast as well, like during that rebuild or whatever, retool, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be really good for you guys. It's going to be fun.
Thanks, Max.
Thanks, guys.